All right, in lesson 2-4, we are going to be solving equations by either multiplying or dividing. So very similar to what we did in lesson 3, just with different operations. What makes this possible is the fact that we have these properties of equality, just like we did with addition and subtraction. We have a division property of equality and a multiplication property of equality. Again, both state the same idea. If you have an equation to begin with, for example, 14 times 2 equals 28, then if you divide both sides by the same number, in this case, the example, we divided 2 on each side of the equal sign, then the statement is still true or is still equal. The same is true for multiplying. If you have a problem like this, 12 divided by 2 equals 6, and you multiply by the same number on each side of the equal sign, multiply by 2 here, multiply by 2 here, on either side of the equal sign, then the equation is still true, is still equal. Both sides are still equal. So, how do we solve an equation using inverse operations? Just like we did in lesson 3, first step is to decide which operation is being used in the equation. Secondly, we use the inverse of that operation on each side of the equal sign. And finally, we have a solution statement to write. So, let's look at an example. If we had this equation, and this is also an open sentence, 4 times y equals 20. So the first thing you ask yourself is what operation is being used in this equation? Multiplying is. So we're going to use the opposite operation with this number to solve it. So we're going to divide by 4 on each side of the equal sign. If you take a y, you multiply it by 4 and then you divide by 4, you go back to what you started with, just a y. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Don't forget, remember those integer rules if you're working with integers. I think you're ready for some practice.